Yeah, first of all, just really proud of our guys. Again, coming on the road in the Big 12, we know it's challenging to come out and to try to get a win on the road. Homecoming, great atmosphere here. I thought the crowd was really into it. And I thought Oklahoma State played hard today. Came out and their quarterback who second start on the season. I thought he played really well today. Caused some problems for us the way he scrambled and throwing the ball down the field, made some really accurate throws. But proud of our offense. Our offense came out and we had the ball 4 times in the first half and scored touchdowns on all 4 times. So I felt like we grabbed that momentum, particularly right before half. It was a huge drive for us, backed up on our -5 or -6 yard line to go all the way down to score. Was big for us. Came out in the third quarter, a lull for us, and then they got back in it, got a little bit of momentum back. But then in the fourth quarter, thought the play of the fourth quarter was Sorsby to Caldwell on a 4th and maybe 18. Incredible throw and catch, and then we go on to score. And then defensively, picking up those 2 turnovers, including the longest interception return in Cincinnati football history with McDoom. What a heck of a way to finally score, on a defensive touchdown. So, but I think overall, just proud of our guys. Want to know that again this week, and excited to get back to Nippert next week.
It took 7 games to get your first interception. What was that sideline like while McDoom's running that thing back?
I think we were probably most of us were on the field. Maybe once he passed us, I know I was. I've been waiting for that one for a long time. It was funny on our headsets. As soon as he caught it, somebody said he's going to score, and this is back when he's in the end zone because I felt like their whole team was on the other side, and McDoom can run. He's been a kickoff return guy, has great speed, tiptoed the sideline, and once he hit that, he was gone. So. Just a really excited time for us to be able to get that. It's been a long time coming, and hopefully that burst it open for us so we can get some more of those.
This game could have gone another direction. This year, it seems things have gone your way, though. The things happen in your favor. Instead of a close game, it's a blowout. Wasn't necessarily a blowout the whole game, no. But it's a Big 12 road win.
Yeah, it was. I felt like once at halftime we got a chance to come back out. If we go score right there, then it'll be 35-10. Then it may become a blowout early. It didn't happen. We go 3 and out. They get the ball back. They go down and score. Now they got life. And the crowd, to their credit, they never left at halftime. They were still here. It was packed. And then in the fourth quarter, that play, the 3rd and 18 to call. I think that was the play that really got it, because at that point, if we don't get a first down right there, man, they had all the momentum in the world. But to be able to get that first down, we end up going and scoring. Then our defense held and got the pick 6, and then another turnover, and then it kind of blew open in the fourth quarter. So, but the reason why it's different, a little bit different this year, guys are making plays. That's the difference. In the past, we didn't make those plays, and this year, our guys are stepping up and making the plays. And what I'm excited about is not the same ones each and every week. There's different guys making those plays. From a DB to a D lineman to a receiver to a quarterback to a running back. So there's a bunch of different guys, and that's what they call team. This is a good team, and I think that's why we're sitting where we are.
What can you do to fix the run defense? The last 2 games, a lot of time-consuming running drives.
Yeah, we just go back to the drawing board this week and see what we can do to stop Baylor. And this is a team coming in next week that's one of the top passing teams in the country. So and they also can run the football. They got a lot of great players. So for us, it's just going back and figuring out what we can do the best and try to do that.
Questions from the Zoom? Keegan?
Coach, you're bowl eligible. Congratulations. How proud are you that the standard has so quickly gone from not just making a bowl, but trying to get to the Big 12 championship despite not making a bowl in the past 2 years?
Yeah, it's just credit to our guys. Their goal, that's been their goal all season, and I think, they just created that belief in that we can go out and we take it one game at a time, and we still have to do that. There's still a lot of ball left. There's a lot of things that can happen toward the end of this season. We're playing a lot of really good football teams in the last 5 games here. You have to take them one game at a time, and you have to figure out a way, all 3 phases to play your best ball whenever you're playing these teams, because we all know the margins are so small. These games go down to the wire. Even when you think, and I'm looking at some games today, even when you think this team has it, all right, it's probably over, you look back and, man, the score is back to a one-possession game, and somebody's getting ready to score again. It's almost never over. I think these teams in this league have so much fight the players do, and then the coaches are really, really good in this league. They figure a way, they find a way, and then the next thing you know, you're right there. It comes down to the end of the game. So it's going to be a fight, man. I mean, these games, that's just the way it is in the Big 12. Fortunately for us, I mean, we're back at home next week. We're excited about being back at Nippert.
Scott, what changes for your defense in the red zone?
Well, the field of play shrinks. So, that's probably the main thing. If you guys, obviously you watch this a lot. I mean, if we're a little bit looser defense, I think once we're in the field, there's a little bit more windows and holes for guys to either to run it for running lanes and or throw lanes. And then once you get down, everything just tightens up a little bit. You're not going to get run by, because the end zone's there. So everything just tightens up a little bit, and I think our guys just they almost like they're getting excited whenever they get down in the red zone, and they bow their necks and they go make plays. I mean, they stop guys on fourth downs. They hold the field goal attempts. And in the night we were able to get a interception.
Coach, you were doing a lot of rotating.
We'll go,
you were doing
Neil.
a lot of rotating there on the defensive line there, obviously, throughout this game. Dante didn't play as many snaps as maybe would have liked in this one, but obviously a lot of rotation there on the defensive line. Was that something Oklahoma State was doing schematically, where you knew you had to keep these guys fresh down the stretch?
Yeah, but we've done it most of the year, where we have rotated guys, and I think a lot of that, and you guys are seeing this now too, so much more I think than it used to be. But as soon as somebody subs, like we're sending somebody else in, like you want to be able to rotate your guys, and whether it be a linebacker, because we're big time subbing our linebackers, and then also at defensive line, like those front six guys, we want to be fresh. When you do, when these guys are driving the ball, some of these drives take a long time. Like we have to have guys that are fresh when you get to the red zone area to be able to, to hold up and keep them out of the end zone.
Sam Jackson had success at the beginning of the game, but it seemed like your defense really settled in as time wore on. How difficult was it to prepare for Oklahoma State's offense with so little film to go off of?
Yeah, it was difficult. Tonight was the first time that the quarterback coach called the plays for them. I felt like they settled in a little bit better, running a conventional offense, running inside and outside zone, allowing their quarterback to go back and make plays with his legs. I thought the quarterback did a really good job of, if it wasn't there, he's going to go buy some time, and then he had some big throws down the field, and then also going, running the ball as well. So that it was difficult to defend them, and because not surely exactly what they were going to be tonight, and but you could tell. Jackson was better today than he was last week. I felt like he was a lot more comfortable.
Coach, how important was it for this game? Obviously, it's been a difficult week. You mentioned it earlier this week with the passing of Jim, but how important was it to go out there and get a win like this for Jim Kelly after the heartache this week of his passing? How important was it for not only this program, but for you guys as coaches to get this win for Jim tonight?
Yeah, no, it's huge for Jim, his family. Honoring Jim. What a man, Bearcat through and through, and for us to go out and get a win, and had a patch on tonight, with the number 7 with a microphone there. So, man, it just hurt for his family, but also at the same time, I know he's proud of us of what we've been able to accomplish.
Scott?
Did Cyrus suggest that he be more part of the game plan this week?
No, he was part of it last week. Just didn't, the ball didn't land in his hands last week. I think, to me, that's a true sign of a team. I think some weeks some guy gets a lot more opportunities. Another week a different guy gets more opportunities. The thing about it is we got a bunch of unselfish guys. I was proud of Manny. Manny got in the end zone tonight. That was awesome. Not anybody works harder than Manny Covey on our football team. He's on all the special teams, and for him to be able to get in the end zone and score, it just speaks to the unselfishness of our team. And that's, I think, why we've had a ton of success this year.
Why does Antoine Peak Jr. seem to have just a knack for making that key play defensively?
Yeah, he's just good. I don't know. He's just got a nose for the ball, I feel like. And when you do that, and he's a strong player, strong hands, and he's been able to make a lot of plays in his career. And for a guy, kind of splitting time and rotating, he's made a lot of huge plays for us.